neither I nor you can give a shit about or can do much about actually trying to become feminine. Only all of us are raping our inner femininity, men and women included. And every woman is a beautiful woman as long as she doesn't try to become like other women. Kim Kardashian, do you know the number of girls who try to become like her? It's not that society is celebrating her, it's because that she has been given fame, she has been given success. Nobody is questioning where it come from.
Sir, I just needed to ask one thing. It's bugging me for a long time, and I have actually seen in your videos too, like how you actually mentioned ki you need to actually find your inner femininity and all that. Sir, how
Yeah.
do we this inner femininity? As like I always been bombarded by red pills and all the stuff, and they say just be masculine, masculine alpha male and all the stuff. And on other hand, sir, you say ki you need to find your inner femininity. Sir, how do I go in a journey like that and find it, sir? Or should I just be behave like a nice person or kind person? That's the inner femininity.
So this is a very big question. That is why
I'm sorry.
I no 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 don't be sorry. I'll help you. But the only thing is like I'll share whatever I can share right now. But because it is something which is so mysterious and something which is so like we as men will need to break our way of like even the way you ask the question is a very masculine way that you're trying to address this problem. That okay, tell me what do I need to do?
Yes.
Do you get it? That is what a man needs. A man needs leadership, instruction, etc., etc., etc. All right. But let's come to beginning this process for you, where you ask, okay, that what do I do? How do I begin, or how do I do that? So you actually don't have to do anything. The thing is already beginning within you because neither I nor you can give a shit about or can do much about actually trying to become feminine because the feminine force over all that energy in particular is rising on this planet and in the species. Only all of us are raping our inner femininity, men and women included. But that is a very separate and a different topic which deals with the collective. Coming to the individual, when you say that, okay, how can I, because you've been bombarded by red pill and masculinity and stuff and all that, that is fine. And how do I now, start working or start understanding femininity? It's very simple. You have already started to feel it. It's called pain.
Yes, sir. So, I,
Let me speak.
yes, sir. Please, sir.
Since the moment the question has started coming inside you that where the is humanity, that question for you actually, if you will sit with yourself for a while, it is, or even right now, you might already know that question actually for you is not just for you. When you have that question inside you, where is the humanity today? I'm sure it is not limited to you and your experience of just, let's say, you trying to relate with a woman and find humanity. No, I think overall in society you will be seeing that humanity is not there.
Yes, sir.
And how are you coming to the state of finally asking that question? Is because there is a pain which you are also feeling, and that pain is not limited to just you. That is actually a collective pain. I also feel the same pain. I feel the same pain, and that pain is beyond our own borders. Only now I understand it and process it and let it flow through me in a very different way. That luckily I've been able to start the transmutation of it towards love. But because you have to understand one thing, that we're in a universe of duality. All right, everything is existing in twos over here, binary, one and zero. All right, zero and infinity, masculine, feminine, light and dark, blah 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 blah. Now the thing is, why are we feeling pain? What is the opposite of pain?
Happiness.
No, it's love.
Oh, oh, love. Yes, love.
So, right now, pain is rising in all of us because collectively, all of us at an individual level want to have love in our lives. But our experience of this rising up is happening alone.
Yes, sir.
But this spirit is waking up in everyone, and that is the divine femininity which is waking up. The masculine, as a 100% masculine, does not have the ability to feel pain. The masculine at a 100% masculine will process pain in different ways. One is, like, let's say I'm 100% masculine and I'm, let's say, willing to give up my life for women and children or family or whatever. Kill me, it's fine. For that big a motive and that big a virtue, I will not feel pain. The other aspect is the negative shadow aspect, where I go masculine to the point of having no femininity, which is a sense of inclusion. So let's say if I want to destroy a society, that I inflict pain and torture upon them, and I feel no pain in killing just everyone with no remorse. That is the dark side of masculinity, which unfortunately I really hope it doesn't come out, because this problem between the men and women today can go in any direction now. It can go in any direction.
So, so you mean that ki men can start killing females?
No, no, I don't mean it so literally. Also, don't try to think about the world right now. Try to focus on what you're experiencing. Accordingly, if you're able to understand it, you'll understand everything else as well. So, what I'm trying to say is that basically all of us are starting to feel this pain. This is a collective pain, but our experience of it is individual. When our experience of it is individual, it is actually good and bad. It is bad when the person is going through it, and I see everyone going through it now. But the thing is, it is good because that is the thing where all of us can unite. And the moment we unite, using that pain, you're in that place of pain, I'm in that place of pain, questioning where is the humanity, why is the world become so fake, why is everything so harder and harder, even though technically it looks like everybody else has it easier. No, they don't. The relationships you are seeing, most of them are codependencies. Very few relationships are true relationships. These are relationships which are happening because people thought it's the time to marry, so they'll marry. People are finding what they're missing from themselves and the work they need to do on themselves, finding it in another person and using that as the substitute to feel a sense of completion. And I can go on into this in many different ways. The thing is, if we don't try to run from the pain which all of us are feeling, that is the common unity point for all of us. That is the point where we can come together as a collective. And immediately that will transform into love. Because that is what, again, the divine feminine does. It brings things together. All right? Listen to me, listen to me. It brings things together. This is what is rising in all of us. I'm still answering your question of, okay, how do I start understanding femininity, how do I start getting in touch with my own femininity. Feel the pain as much as you can. That is the gateway. Feeling is the gateway to femininity, whether as a man or as a woman. Even if today's modern women sit alone with themselves instead of thinking, okay, where else to go with my girlfriends to click better pictures, to act like, look, me and my girlfriends are so tight, whereas all of us are actually competing to get the same guys. If they just, one of them can just sit at home one day and say, to the girlfriends, let them go and do the same shit. Let them do that. I'll sit at home and I'll try to figure out, what am I feeling? Why am I repeating the same behavior every single time? What am I actually feeling? If that woman also tries to get to the place of what she's feeling, trust me, there is no way her femininity cannot come out. And every woman is a beautiful woman as long as she doesn't try to become like other women. But you look at India, you look at the West, you look at wherever, there are these false idols. Kim Kardashian. Do you know the number of girls who try to become like her? You have no idea. You have no idea. The woman who's had her entire like sex shown to the world for free with her sex tape, the one who has given birth to multiple children and then broken off a marriage, been one of the world's most successful and genius men, girls want to become like her. Are you seeing what is going on in the world?
But sir, isn't sir? So, but isn't this so? wrong that we are actually celebrating a woman who is like a pure world, and in society she is being celebrated like that, Kim Kardashian, and females are actually following her.
Yeah, because it's not that society is celebrating her, it's because that she has been given fame. She has been given success. Nobody's questioning where it come from. Nobody's questioning who are the people who are giving this power of fame to her. Why was her Instagram account one of the biggest accounts at one point of time? Who's controlling Instagram? Nobody's asking those questions. People are like, oh yeah, she's got the biggest Instagram account. I need to be like her. Boom, let me get boobs. Boom, let me be on OnlyFans because this is the way. This is the route. You will also one day need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, why the am I trying to get into this UPSC thing? Am I imitating in some way, or is this what I want to create in my life?
So I'm actually questioning that too. Ki,
Yeah, I don't give a I don't give a you sort it out yourself. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I had to do the same thing. Why can I speak the way I speak today, where my words hit people in a million different ways? And I can say this now without any fear or lack of confidence or this or that. At one point of time, I could not do it with myself. But my spirit was screaming so loud, I had to pay attention to it. I could be like anywhere in the world in the most successful way, like everything for me was sorted, and I left it all. And that doesn't mean that I left it all, that's what made me big. No. I started listening to my internal spirit. That is what is making me who I am. And on the outside world, I don't want to become anything. I don't want to become, oh my god, a men's coach. I saw some people on Instagram starting to call themselves a men's coach. I removed that title from myself. It, I'm not that. Now try to copy. People on YouTube copied my dating videos, started, giving that advice. It, I stopped making only dating content. It. Now try to copy. How long can they copy? How long can they last? The only limitless fuel reserve and creativity source is your own spirit. If you will not find it, not get in touch with it, everything you do is fake to yourself and to the world. And that is why people, whether successful or whether pretty or no matter what situation they are in, they are getting up mentally and emotionally and finding friction inside because their own spirit cannot stand their own fakeness, and they need to stop everything they're doing, put the ego aside, and become friends with their own spirit. This is what the whole world is going through right now. I am not happy about it. I'm not cocky about it. I went through it a long time ago, so I can understand it and see it and sense it and feel it very deeply in people now. Also, because of whatever I'm blessed with. And I help everyone along the way. Everyone. From a waitress in Lithuania to a 60-year-old Danish man who I met in a different country, etc., etc., etc. I just try to let this limitless fuel reserve of love and creativity spill out without anything in return, because that is again when all of us start getting in touch with our femininity. And what will end up happening is that sooner or later yoga will happen. All right, the masculine and the feminine within us will unite, and accordingly it will unite in the world also. That engine is unlimited, and it doesn't need anything. It doesn't need, I don't need to get paid for the shit which I do. Does it look like I'm talking to you because I got paid for it?
no, sir.
Does it look like I've ever done any of the stuff which you see me do outside? Like, I've actually stopped doing things which I used to get paid for, such as working with the brands. Why did I stop that? Because this started becoming a secondary Bollywood, the social media industry. Creative freedom started to go. They wanted the people to act as puppets. I was getting paid like hell and I would have made a lot of money, brother. I earned the most from that, more than YouTube, more than coaching, more than anything. And third, the person who started their own agency because of us, like me and one more person, and our influence, I saw that person change and I saw that person's true colors. And I was like, I don't want to deal with these kind of people. They are middlemen, they are sharks. I want to become the source and connect directly with the person, whoever wants anything to do with my source. So in the future, I might work with brands, but the way I want to work, and only if I want to work, not because they will pay me or stuff like that. If there is a good connection, then it makes sense. It doesn't make sense just because I'm getting paid.